Hello and welcome. Good evening. You're watching Ask Profit on NDTV Profit, and I'm your host Mallika Mishra. In the next 1 hour or so, I will be taking up all your queries. So don't forget to call us on the numbers on your screen. You can also reach out to us on WhatsApp, both the numbers of which are flashing on your screens as we speak. Now, let me introduce the guests for this evening. Mahesh M. Ojha, AVP of Research and Business Development at Hensex Securities, will be joining us on the fundamentals, while Amar Dev Singh, Senior Vice President of Research at Angel One, will be joining us on the technicals. Welcome back to the show, gentlemen. Let's begin with the first query. Sharath has written to us from Bangalore. He is asking about Canara Bank and one second. Yes. So he's asking a query on Canara Bank. He's asking for a short-term target. The latest update that we got today on Canara Bank is that Tata Power Renewable Energy partnered with this bank to promote the adoption of rooftop solar systems under the PM Surya Ghar scheme. But the bank has fallen over 3% today, as you can see on your screen in the intraday chart. So let me go to you, Amar, for this one. Do you think it is a good time to invest in Canara Bank?
If I look at Canara Bank, what we've been seeing is that Canara Bank has been witnessing some sell-off, so almost a 20%, 25% sell-off from its record highs the stock has witnessed, and currently it's trying to consolidate. A couple of weeks back, it did manage to hit the 110 level, but then again has corrected towards the 100 mark. So I would say that it seems to be forming a bottom, and it's got very strong support coming around the 92, 93 odd level. So ideally, that could be a level where fresh entry could be initiated, because from a long-term perspective also, that's a very strong. So anywhere between 88 to 90, 92, that's a good level for entry, not at the current levels.
Okay, so is it a hold on Canara Bank from your perspective?
Yeah, correct. So if someone wants to exit, rather one should hold it out, and if one wants to accumulate, then buy at lower levels.
Okay, so it's a buy at lower levels and hold at the current levels on Canara Bank. Let's take up the next WhatsApp query also. Prashant has written to us on WhatsApp from Hyderabad. He holds 250 shares of Zomato at 146 rupees per share. He is asking if you should consider increasing his investment in this particular stock. Now, the stock is currently trading at 288, and he's sitting on good profits from that angle. Given the future of food delivery service platforms, would it be a wise idea to add more shares of Zomato? And Mahesh, I'll take this question to you. What is your view on Zomato?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Definitely he can hold, as Zomato is doing very good, and company's numbers are recently improving, and company's updates on recently we are seeing very good updates from company. But however, we have seen from lower level to good profit. So many trader and investor will book profit on a higher level. So I would suggest him to. He can add 260 to 265, 260 to 270 range if he can add in that level also. And from long-term perspective, he can hold from 1 year horizon. We are seeing the 350 to 375 plus target in Zomato. So definitely he can hold. And further, if he want to add, he can add in lower levels.
Right. And Mahesh, since you are here to answer all our fundamental queries, I'd also like to get your view on this space where Zomato is currently today, because we have a lot of news flow coming in from Zomato and its competitor Swiggy. So would you recommend investors to look forward to this space and invest in the stocks of the companies?
And definitely, investor can look on this space because India's consumption story is very high, and day to day Indian public habit is going to increase for the order like Zomato and Swiggy and other things. So I think it's a good thing, and we can see increasing day by day, and currently population is also increasing day by day. So order would be definitely it will increase, and however the Zomato and Swiggy like company can do very well, and they are definitely doing very good in their company updates, and Swiggy is doing very good and to update their new apps and other things. So I definitely add in this sector. I'm optimistic for Zomato and Swiggy from here to upside, but little as per current market condition, little bit cautious and buy in dip scenario is very good opportunity for advice for the investors.
Okay, understood. So it's a buy on dip and a little bit cautious on the space given the current market situation. And let's directly go across to Anil Kumar. He's joining us on the call right now. Good evening, Anil. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Good evening to all.
Good evening.
My query is I have 1,000 shares of GMDC, Gujarat Mineral Development Corporation, at 340 rupees. I want to know whether I should hold or sell it.
Anil, when did you invest in GMDC?
I bought around 1 year back.
1 year back. And at what levels, if I can ask?
At 340.
40 rupees. Okay.
Yeah.
And before investing in the stock, did you read about the company? What was the reason behind your investment?
Yeah. I checked actually P multiples and growth options at that time. They were interested in going into lithium mining actually.
Okay.
That is how frenzy started, and but nothing has materialized afterwards.
Okay, understood. So, Amar, let's come to you on this one. Our viewer has invested 1,000 shares in Gujarat Mineral Development Corporation, and he's asking if he should hold on to his investment or sell.
Yeah, actually, I was looking at the chart of GMDC, and he said that he's bought a year back at around 340 levels. So post that, the stock this year itself had rallied significantly towards 500 odd levels, and it had at least for both Jan and Feb of 2024, it had hit those levels. So currently, it's come down below his buying price. So my first advice would be that when you're buying a stock at say 340 and the stock has gone up by almost 40-50%, at least book part profit, at least 40-50% profit you can book, rest you can trade. Now coming to the situation right now, see what is happening in GMDC is that if you look at the stock from a medium-term perspective, we are seeing consolidation. The stock isn't able to sustain at higher levels, and somewhere the stock is running into very strong resistance coming around the 350-360 zone. Whereas on the downside, the stock is very strongly supported around the 300 mark. So I would say because this week itself, the stock has corrected by almost 9%. And today's sell-off was quite sharp from that perspective, almost 4% we witnessed today. So I would recommend that he can hold on to his position because 300 is a very strong support. Any significant rally is only possible above 350, 360 levels. Otherwise, the stock could consolidate. So it's a hold right now.
So again, just for clarity purpose, he should hold on to this stock, but also book partial profits, right?
No, he can't book partial profits right now because the price is no longer what it was.
Right.
So this is for any future transaction in any stock.
Understood. Okay. Now we'll take up a WhatsApp query written to us from Hariom, all the way from Karnal. He holds 202 shares of Varroc Engineering at 598 apiece. And the company is involved in the manufacturing of automobile components, and the stock has climbed pretty much in the last 10 days. Mahesh, what's your analysis telling you about this stock? Should our viewer hold or should he sell?
Definitely, if you are seeing a stock, then a stock has run significantly from lower level. So I would suggest once I exit from the stock and enter in lower level. I think the stock can go up to 550, 560 level or levels. So if it is his horizon is short term, he may exit and by enter in the lower level. I think 540, 550 odd level would be good opportunity. So currently he is not in loss and market scenario is not looking good. So I would suggest he exit and buy in lower level.
Okay, so it's a exit and buy on lower level on Varroc Engineering. Mahesh, why don't you also tell us a little bit about the auto component space? Are there any other players that viewers should have an eye on?
Yeah, definitely. Gabriel is also a good opportunity if it is, if anything, buying dip scenario, Gabriel, Minda Corp, and Minda also. So these are three counter where we are looking the any dip for buying opportunity wherever Minda Corp is a very good opportunity if it is buying lower 5 to 10% lower from this level. Also, Gabriel is buying opportunity in 450 to 470 range. And Minda is also, if it is come in 950 and 1,000 level, odd level range, and then Minda also can be added. So these three counters are preferred from auto component in buy and dip scenario.
Okay, understood. Viewers, I'd like to take a moment here and tell all of you that you can call us on the numbers that are flashing on your screen. Our technical and our fundamental experts are here to answer all your queries. So feel free to contact us and we will connect to you soon. Until then, we'll take up another WhatsApp query. Babu has written to us. He holds 45 shares of Grasim Industries at 2,750 apiece, and he's asking if he should hold or sell. Now, Grasim Industries has consistently fallen in the last 6 months. So, Amar, what do you think about this company? Should he hold or should he sell?
Grasim Industries, I would say that it's been witnessing some sharp sell-off, and this week itself was down by almost 7.5%. And the stock has got support around the 2470 levels. Currently, it's close to that level. And looking at the structure of the stock, the stock, if it starts trading below 2470, the stock could witness some very sharp correction towards the levels of I would say immediately 2400. That would act as the next support. So yes, breaching the recent low could be an opportunity to exit the stock, because the stock next has got strong support around the 2400 levels.
Okay, understood. So now we'll go to Abhilash. He is right here with us on the phone line. Good evening, Abhilash. You're joining us from Bengaluru, I suppose.
Yes, madam. Good evening, madam.
Good evening.
I'm holding Texrail shares of 1145 quantity from past 5 months around.
Okay.
I need an outlook for coming 3 to 4 months or 3 to 6 months, like whether I can hold or have to exit.
So this is Texmaco, right?
Yes, madam. Texmaco Rail, madam.
Okay, Texmaco Rail. So before I actually pose this question to our guest, Abhilash, I would want to know what attracted your investment in this company? Like, why did you invest in this company? You must have read something or something must have attracted you, right?
Yes. At the price, like 200 is the base level, something I have holded it.
Okay, and why just this stock in the railway space?
On the valuation, like it is reachable to my price.
Okay, so it was reasonable as compared to the other stocks in this space.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Let's take this question to Mahesh. Mahesh, our viewer, has invested in Texmaco Rail and Engineering, and the stock has been down 2.95% today. He bought it at a price of 223. So currently the trading price of this stock is below his buying price. He's asking for a 3 to 6 month outlook. However, I'd like to know first your analysis on this particular stock and then also the space.
Definitely stock in downturn zone, and we may see from here some more downside from here also. That can be to 200, 205 level, odd level. But if you see the sector specific, then the railway sector is poised for growth, and we can see definitely some capex planning from government also. So I'm optimistic for railway sector, but from particular this stocks, if his view is 3 to 6 months, he can hold. But definitely he should keep stop loss of 188 around, and then the target could be 250 to 260 odd level. So bet should be purely on budget based theme basis, and from railway perspective, and many other things are also impacting railway sector stocks. So positioned purely on budget theme, he can look on the railway sectors, and from this stock perspective, buy in dip scenario he can keep.
Okay, so it's a hold on Texmaco Rail and Engineering. That brings us to Hari. He's calling us from Hyderabad. Hi, Hari. Good evening. Go ahead with your question.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Hari. Go ahead with your question.
Good evening. This is Hari from Hyderabad. So I'm holding Tata Motors at 1,000 rupee, and I'm holding around 400 stocks, and it is falling continuously. So I would like to know whether what is the long-term perspective of this company, whether I should hold, sell, or average at this price.
Okay, Hari. I would want to know, when did you invest in Tata Motors?
I invested average in the last 8 to 9 months.
Okay. And did you buy these 1,000 stocks together, or you staggered them in the last 1 year? like in the last 8
So
to
I
9
have four.
months?
Yeah, I staggered it in multiple things, multiple time zones, times. Yeah.
Okay, and did you read about Tata Motors, or were you just fundamentally very bullish on this stock?
So yeah, actually, it's from the Tata Group, and I've been seeing their products in terms of cars or commercial vehicles. So based on that, I bought the company stocks.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Amar, let's take this question to you. Our viewer holds 1,000 shares, has accumulated 1,000 shares in Tata Motors, and it has a good ROE of 49.4%. But as he mentioned, the stock price has been falling consistently in the past several months. What is your suggestion to Hari?
Yeah, I would say, see, if you look at the stock from a fundamental perspective, from a long-term perspective, and the company is definitely is coming out with very, I would say, attractive models, and also is occupying a space in the EV segment. And with the technology which they have with Land Rover and Jaguar coming into their play, that has also helped them leverage. Apart from that, Tata Motors stands out in the sense that the sort of service capability that they have across India, that is unparalleled. Uh, I would say Maruti also would have that sort of service. So Tata Motors, from a long-term perspective, yes, you can definitely hold. What we are seeing here is that the stock has corrected from almost 1180 levels to currently around 720, 24 levels. So if you can hold on to the stock for a few years, then that could be a good opportunity. At the same time, when you're investing in any stock, please ensure that you should do it in a staggered way and quality stocks, because you are trying to actually ride a cycle. So the time cycle would be anywhere between 3 to 5 years. So from that perspective, definitely makes sense. Currently, it's approaching very crucial support zones. Technically, I'm speaking, around 700 is a very strong support zone. It's approaching that level, so we could expect a bounce back from here. But till the time it doesn't breach and stay above the 800 mark, I would say it could be in for consolidation.
Okay, so it's a hold on Tata Motors. Now, Jai Kishan is joining us from Gwalior. Good evening, Jai Kishan. Please go ahead with your question.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. बहुत दिनों से तैयार कर रहा था, लेकिन आपसे बात नहीं हो पा रही थी.
नहीं, thank you so much, sir, कॉल करने के लिए. Please go ahead with your question, sir.
हाँ, ग्वालियर से बोल रहे हैं. अब मैं जी बिजनेस देख रहा था, तो उन्होंने रिकमेंड किया था स्पंदना स्फूर्ति.
अच्छा.
हाँ, तो मैंने ले लिए थे. 1200 का शेयर 600 में मिल रहा था, तो अब वो 300 में आ गया है.
अच्छा, तो इसलिए आप चिंतित हैं?
हाँ, बहुत लॉस हो रहा है, हुज लॉस.
ठीक है, लेकिन जस्ट किसी के रेकमेंडेशन पे खरीदा था या कुछ पढ़ा भी था?
हाँ, रिकमेंड जी बिजनेस ने रिकमेंड किया था इसको.
हाँ,
जी बिजनेस देख रहा था, तो उसमें रिकमेंड किया था कि ये काफी ग्रोथ है इसमें और काफी ऊंचा जाएगा. 600 उस समय 600 आ रहा था, 1200 का उठते 600 आ गया था.
ठीक है, और ये किस दौरान खरीदा था आपने?
अब भी हुए 6 महीने पहले. 6 महीने का हुआ.
ठीक है. Mahesh, you heard our viewer. He's invested in Spandana Spurti. He holds 600 shares. He holds 2,000 shares at 600 apiece. Am I right? Yes. So he holds 2,000 shares at 600 apiece, and the price of the stock has fallen significantly. And this is a very interesting space also, because MFIs recently are experiencing a lot of pain. Unsecured lending, in fact, is in the focus of the government. Do you think it is a good space to be invested in, number one? And second, your view on Spandana Spurti. Should our viewer hold on to this stock, or will it actually rise from its current levels?
Definitely, from current perspective, MFI sector is not looking very good. But from their stock perspective, what we have seen is almost 600 to 300 level. So we can't suggest on this level for booking loss. But I would suggest to give some more time to this sector from a revival perspective. If any revival come in these stocks, then these stocks can reach at least 450 to 480 level. So if that level come, then he may reduce some position also. From new adding perspective, I would suggest not to this sector go from medium to long term perspective. So definitely buy sell on rise If it any sudden rise and any positive outcome, you may see 450 to 480 odd level, then you can sell on that level.
Okay, so it's a sell on Spandana Spurti. And Mahesh, as I mentioned, I'd also like a couple of words from you on the MFI space, because there's a lot of pain, plus non-performing assets in this sector have increased lately. Do you think viewers should invest in this space? Because, of course, most of the stocks in this space are moderately priced, and hence viewer attraction is quite natural. So what would your recommendation to our viewers be who are drawn to MFIs?
No, what we say NPA is increasing, and we can't see a lot of inside of these NPA type stories. So I would suggest these type of stocks should be avoided for time being. And yeah, technical. If you are investing in these type stocks, and definitely you should use the technical terms. So at least they can save some more percent, because what we have seen, other stock is also down by 100 150% from higher level. So these type of stock has a more risky than any other sector, I think. So it should be avoided. And if you are trading or investing in these type of stock, you should keep a strict stop loss. Whatever your advisor, you should ask them, and you keep a strict stop loss in particular this sector.
Understood. Okay. We will go across to PK Thapar, who is joining us from Ghaziabad. Hi, PK. Good evening. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I'm holding 1100 shares of SBFC Finance.
Okay.
My buying price is 85. And I think it is, I want to hold it for mid to long term. Am I right in my view? Please comment.
So, PK, before I take this question to our guests, I want to know a couple of things from you. Number one, when did you buy the shares of SBFC Finance?
This is, I have been buying since June 2024.
Okay, you have been buying since June, so that means you have aggregated this over time, right?
Right.
Okay. Have you been reading about SBFC Finance somewhere?
Yeah, I actually looked up various mutual funds. SBI small cap holds substantial stake, and all other mutual funds are also increasing their stake in this share. So I thought it must be a good share.
Okay. So Amar, I'll take this question to you. Our viewer has invested in SBFC Finance, and if I see the long-term one-year chart, it is the stock has been pretty volatile and choppy, and currently is trading somewhere around the same levels from where it started the year. So do you think our viewer firstly made the right choice by adding and aggregating more shares of this since the month of June? And should he hold on to this stock or should he sell?
So if we look at SBFC Finance, again, it's an NBFC offering secured as MSME loans and loans against gold. And if you look at the quarterly performance of the company for the last September quarter, that's also been marginally better than the June quarter. And profits have also been slightly better at 84 crores for the quarter. Having said that, if you look at the other parameters in terms of technical parameters, so the stock really hasn't done much. It did witness a low of 72 in March, and then again witness a high of 105. I would say this is one specific or classic case of a stock going nowhere when we had witnessed both the bull market and some correction. So there is there's some definitely lack of positive triggers in the company, which is not helping the stock sustain. He can hold on to his position. This is good from a trading perspective because the stock generally doesn't see prices below the 70-75 level, whereas on the upside, reaching the 95 is a tough task. So he can hold on to his position right now, but I would say till the time it doesn't reach the 95-100 level, it's in for trading. So between 75 and 100 is the range for the stock. He can hold as of now.
Amar, but just a follow-up to that, because you mentioned that when you observe the trend in which the stock has been trading, you said that this is a classic example of a stock that does not go anywhere. And then you've recommended the viewer to hold on to his shares. Could you emphasize on that?
Yeah. So basically, the company is doing well in terms of the financials, but the stock price has not really rallied. So till the time, and he's bought at the current level, so there's not much of a downside, because what we are seeing is that somewhere around 75, 80, that's a very strong support zone for the stock. So he can hold on to his position. Only if the stock rallies above the 95, then we can expect 95 to 100 levels, then we can expect some major rally, because the stock is performing okay in terms of the financials.
Understood. So it's a hold on SBFC Finance on that note. And viewers, we'll have to slip into a short break, but we will be right back with all your queries and our guests as well. So stay tuned to NDTV Profit.
Neeraj, by the way, let me compliment you and your channel. I find very insightful discussions. Even, if I have to know more about India, those are the discussions I hear, right? So kudos to you, Tamanna and Samina. I found it very, very insightful all the time.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first trade to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target.
It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the large street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow. The newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the large street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow. The newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter. The Wall Street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow. The newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
Hello and welcome. Good evening. Welcome back to Ask Profit only on NDTV Profit. And this is a show where you send in your queries either on call or on WhatsApp, and we try and give you the best investment advice through our experts. And that brings me to the fact that we have a row of callers waiting for us. So we'll go back. We'll go to Akshay Jain, who is calling us from Pune. Hi, Akshay. Thank you so much for waiting. Please go ahead with your question.
Thank you, ma'am, for connecting with me. I have 2,500 shares of Axis Bank, and I have a time horizon of 5 to 7 years. I have an average price of 1175, and right now they are at 1,071. So whether should I hold this or should I shift some shares into other bank or maybe other sector?
Okay, Akshay.
I have other sectors as well.
Okay, understood. Akshay, I'd also like to know, since when have you been holding on to Axis Bank shares?
I started accumulating these shares from 700 levels.
Okay, and that was when?
That was in 2021-22.
Okay.
Like I'm accumulating from 21.
Okay, so it's been 3 years. Understood. Amar, let's go across to you for this one. What is your view on Axis Bank? Our viewer holds on a substantial amount of loss at the moment. He's asking if he should hold or he should invest in another stock in the same space, perhaps.
So if you look at Axis Bank, it's the third largest, it has the third largest network of branches. The bank is very well capitalized. If you look at in terms of profitability also, the bank is doing quite well. So what we are seeing currently is that a sell-off has happened in the banking space, and I would say because of concerns of the slowdown. His buying price, average buying price might be at a higher level, but he can hold on to the stock as of now. Because it has corrected recently almost 6-7%. But I would recommend that from a long-term perspective, he can hold on to Axis Bank.
Okay, so it's a hold on Axis Bank. Let's quickly go across to Nishant as well. He's calling us from Thane. Good evening, Nishant. Please go ahead with your question. Nishant, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, yes, madam. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
great, great.
Please so, ma'am, I have 100 shares of Aurobindo Pharma. I have purchased that at 673.
Okay.
Last year around August, September. So now what needs to be done? Can I hold the security or should I sell? And ma'am, I have one more query. I want to invest in Reliance Industry. So this will be a good level or should I wait for Reliance Industry?
Okay, so we'll take that question one by one. Mahesh, let's first talk about Aurobindo Pharma. Our viewer sits on a good amount of profit. He holds actually 100 shares bought at 673 levels, and the current price is around 1,200. So do you recommend him to hold or sell or book his profits?
I would suggest him to book the profit from the Aurobindo Pharma. And if he like to invest in the pharma sector, he can invest in Cipla as well. So he can invest in particular sector also, and Cipla is compared to the Aurobindo Pharma looks fundamentally looks good. And from Reliance industry perspective, I think stock is beaten down from a higher level. So some more pain can come as per trend. So I would suggest him buy in a staggered way. If he want to invest in Reliance industry, he can buy in a staggered way every 20 rupees dip he can slowly can accumulate. But we may see some more pain from a technical perspective. The stock is down day by day. So I would suggest him invest in a staggered way.
Okay, understood. That brings us to Venkateshwar Rao. He's calling us from Bengaluru. Good evening, Venkateshwar. Please go ahead with your question.
Madam, good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Madam, this is Venkateshwar Rao calling from Bangalore. Okay.
Thank you for calling us, Venkatesh.
Yes, yesterday also I called you, madam, actually. Thanks for your good suggestion, sir. Madam, my query is regarding the Sagility shares, sir. I purchased at from 42 rupees last week. Today it is moving around 45 to 46 rupees like that. Shall I accumulate it? Otherwise, shall I sell it and I can hold it for another 2 years also, no problem.
Okay.
What is this one I want to know, madam?
Sir, why did you invest in Sagility India? Did somebody suggest you?
Madam, no, madam. Recently IPO I applied. I could not get it.
Okay.
Through one of my friends, this one I bought it, madam.
Okay, understood. Amar, we will take your view on Sagility India. The stock has rallied pretty much from the 24th of November. What is your view?
I would say that if you look at the company is into the healthcare sector, focusing on technology-enabled solutions. And I think that sector definitely has a lot of potential, and the company primarily services US clients. Currently, the stock has definitely run up quite a bit. And if you look at the stock PE, that's significantly higher. That's around 90 plus. But the stock, if you look at from the June quarters compared to the September quarter, the results have been good in terms of sales as well as in terms of profits. Profits were almost 117 crores versus 22 crores in June, but sales were marginally up by 100 crores, so that was around 7-8% increase quarter on quarter. So he can hold on to the stock for some time, because the stock really has witnessed a significant rally, almost 50% from the recent lows of 28, and currently it's around 45. So you can hold on to the position in the stock. There's not much technical data to give a technical perspective on the stock, but you can hold right now.
Okay, so it's a hold on Sagility India. Sanjay is calling us from Surat. Hi Sanjay, good evening.
Yes, madam, namaskar, good evening.
Namaskar.
I'm Sanjay calling, yeah.
Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I have Sona BLW Precision. It's a name of script. And I am holding 51 share at the rate of 291.
Okay.
And it's a issue allocation, madam.
Sorry, sir, please come again.
It's a issue allocation. I have allocated in the issue price. It's the issue price.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm holding since July 2021.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. So I come to know that its all-time high is 839. So is it reach again this level? Can it?
Okay,
will
understood.
I hold it for long term?
I got your question, Sanjay. I'll take this question to Mahesh, our fundamental expert. Mahesh, Sona BLW Precision Forgings is an India-based automotive technology company, and our viewer seems to have read about its all-time high as well. He bought this at 291 a piece, and the current price of the stock is somewhere around 588. Do you recommend he should book his profits and exit the stock, or keep holding on to it?
I think we should hold because the stock is really good, and I'm tracking from IPO since IPO level to 291 is issue price. So stock is really doing good, and the company's management is also very good. So current downside is, I think, limited, and stock can reverse in the bull cycle very soon. So I think stock can be hold. We may see 700, 740 level or level in 3 to 6 months.
Okay, understood. Now let's go to DP Singh. He is calling us from Ranchi. Hi, DP.
Hello, hi.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
Very good evening. Nice, thanks.
Thank you for calling Ask Profit, sir. Please go ahead with your question.
I have 75 shares of Grasim Industries.
Okay.
At the rate of 2610.
Okay.
I want to keep it for more than 5 years.
So, sir, because you are so confident about keeping it for 5 years, I want to know what is your motivating factor behind investing in Grasim Industries?
It is well diversified.
Okay.
Consistently in profit.
Mm-hmm. So
These two criteria.
Okay, so it is well diversified and is consistently in profit is your reason. But we'll go across to our guest and see what they have to say on Grasim Industries. Amar, let's take this question to you. Our viewer has invested 75 shares at 2,610 apiece, and we saw in our intraday charts as well that the stock is in the red zone. Do you recommend the viewer to stay invested, stay invested in this for 5 years as he intends to do so? Amar, can you hear me?
Yes. So if you look at this particular stock, Grasim Industries, see, it's a flagship company of the Aditya Birla Group, and it's amongst the largest private sector players, and it's across the board. So it's into specialty chemicals, it's into staple fibers, it's into caustic soda, and it's also into fertilizers, textiles. So there's a lot of opportunity there. Yes, what we've seen is that in terms of the profitability, we've seen a declining trend over the last couple of quarters. So that is there, and sales also have been stagnating around the 33,000, 34,000 crores for the September quarter. So having said that, if we look at the stock from a long-term perspective, see, these are companies which are of sizable magnitude. If you look at the overall market cap of the company, that's in excess of 1,60,000 crores. If you look at the sales of the company, that's almost 1,30,000 crores we had for March 2024. So these are definitely large companies. So you can't expect a very spectacular rally in sales or in profitability to that extent. So yes, slow and steady can be part of a portfolio. But again, it's very important that if you are entering or buying into such companies, always enter into in a staggered fashion at certain intervals. So they will be that will be a better option from a longer term perspective. Because I was hearing the viewer, and he wanted to hold for five years. So from that perspective, buying any such company in a staggered way is always a better decision.
Okay, so it's a hold on Grasim Industries, and also our expert advises you to perhaps accumulate these stocks in a staggered manner. And let's go across to Akshay. He's calling us from Mumbai. Good evening, Akshay. Go ahead with your question, please.
Thank you for connecting me. मेरे पास ICICI बैंक के 10,000 shares है, which I had bought during COVID at the levels of 470.
Okay.
और अभी उनको मुझे बेचना चाहिए नहीं बेचना चाहिए because I have seen it at 1,364 level, and now it is at 1,288. So should I hold them because I need not need money anytime soon? But what should I do, or should I book partial profit or something like that?
Okay, understood. Mahesh, let's take this question to you. Firstly, our viewer is sitting on a huge amount of profit. He has made good profits. He invested in this stock at the time of COVID, and I'm assuming it's 100% plus. So what's your suggestion? Should he book partial profits, or should he keep holding and stay patient?
First, I would like to congratulate Akshay for holding such a good stocks. From a current perspective, if you see the banking stocks numbers, then ICICI Bank has posted a great numbers in terms of peer comparison private sector bank. So it's a very good stock from the long-term perspective. If you see the books of ICICI Bank, we can see the target of 1,450 to 1,500 odd level. But from current perspective, if you want money, then he can book small quantity of ICICI Bank. But from long-term perspective, I would suggest him keep it hold, and he can make money further in ICICI Bank, because ICICI Bank is recently posted a great numbers compared to HDFC Bank, either Axis Bank. So from my perspective, ICICI Bank is hold, and if you want money, then he can sell a small quantity for the profit.
Okay, understood. Let's go across to Chandan. He's calling us from Mysore. Hi, Chandan. Good evening.
A very good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Please go ahead with your question.
Madam, first of all, I'm a huge follower of your NDTV Profit, especially for my kind of beginners who are starting their savings in investment. Your NDTV Profit channel helping a lot.
Thank you so much,
my
sir.
query for yes, sir. Madam, for my query is I bought Newland Laboratories in the year 2020 at the price of 2,100. I am presently holding 10 quantity only. Last week it was trading at 17,800. Now it came down to 13,891 today. So should I hold or should I accumulate, whether this is the right time because reasonable correction happened in this script? So I need some expert advising this one.
Chandan, firstly, I'd like to congratulate you on identifying such an attractive stock, and therefore could you also share the secret behind identifying the stock? How did you how did you come across this stock?
Madam, when I started entering into stock market, at that time I don't have any idea. I was watching this one, Newland Laboratories and Solara Pharmaceuticals. So both are performing very well. But today Solara Pharmaceuticals, I bought at 2000. It is not moving. It came down to 760 today. But this one clicked, madam. I am having a glimpse of hope that it will become next MRF like that. For that purpose, I am holding.
So could you also tell us your buy price once again?
2,100, madam. 4 years before.
2,100. Amazing. So
yes,
we'll
madam.
take this question to Mahesh. Mahesh, our viewer has invested in Newland Laboratories a couple of years back at 2,000 odd levels, and the company is engaged in manufacturing and selling of bulk drugs and caters to both domestic and international markets. He's sitting on substantial amount of profits. What would your suggestion to our viewer be? Should he hold or should he sell? Because as he mentioned, the stock price has corrected pretty much in the last couple of weeks.
The company is doing very good, so I think he can hold from long-term perspective, but from shorter-term perspective, as per chart, we can see small dip in the stocks and 11,500 odd level. So if you want to book some profit, then he can book some profit here and buy in dip in again. So from long-term perspective, if his view is more than 12 to 18 months, he can hold the particular stock. We may see some more upside from here also. But if he want to take the shorter term profit, then he can book on this level and re-enter in lower level. So both type of perspective we can see, but from long-term perspective, he can hold. But from shorter term perspective, we may see 11,500 odd level, because profit booking is also essential from higher level and stock is in downturn level.
Okay, so Chandan, the ball is in your court. You can either hold on to this stock or book your profits, your choice. And we will go to Bhushan. He's calling us from Noida. Hi, Bhushan, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, hi, good evening. You know, I have Hyundai 21 shares. I got it through IPO at the rate of 1960. And currently, I believe it is at 1766. So just wanted to check whether I should hold it or sell it.
Okay, and so before I take this question to my guests, I'd want to know what attracted you to Hyundai? Why did you subscribe to the IPO as well?
You know, I am also a beginner. I just started around 4-5 months back only. Got into share market, so IPO came and I just picked up.
Okay, so did you read about this? Did you read about it anywhere?
Yes, I think got a message on phone and as well as on the newspaper.
Okay, fair enough, Bhushan. I'll take this question to Amar. Amar, Bhushan has invested in Hyundai Motors and he holds 21 shares at the price of 1,960. The current price is 1,766, so it's below his buying price. Do you recommend him to hold or sell?
It's recently listed, so it's definitely trading below its listing price. That's one. But secondly, if you look at the company, it's a third largest auto OEM equipment manufacturer in the world, and is quite well entrenched in the Indian markets in terms of sedans, in terms of hatchbacks, SUV, and electric EVs. What's happening is that currently, if you look at Tata Motors, that stock has also corrected. We've seen Bajaj Auto, so we've seen a sell-off happening in the automobile space, both the two-wheeler and the four-wheeler segment. So from a long-term perspective, he can hold on to, but at least he'll have to give 3 to 5 years and look at this as an investment rather than trying to exit from the current level. So he can hold on to his position from a longer term perspective.
Okay, understood. Mahesh, we'll quickly take your view on Hyundai as well. What is your perspective?
Same as per Singh sir, I would also suggest from if your view is 2 to 3 year, he can hold. From if their view is shorter term view, we can see some more downside. But from long term perspective, he can hold.
From the long-term perspective, you can hold. We're now being joined by Arvind on the call. Hi, Arvind. Good evening. You're calling us from Andhra Pradesh. Thank you so much for calling. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah. Hi, ma'am. I'm Arvind from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. I have bought 1,000 shares of Silash and at 737 rupees.
Okay.
The company's growth is good and even it has good in small molecules, so I have bought it for 737 after the IPO listing.
Okay.
I just want to know the share for short term, maybe for 3 months.
Understood. So let's go across to you on this one, Amar. What is your view on Silash Sciences? It recently got listed and he holds 1,000 shares at 737 apiece. Is it a good space to be invested in? And what's your perspective on the stock?
So if I look at Silash Sciences, it's currently around the 700 mark or so. And if I look at the stock from a fundamental perspective, it does carry out contract research and manufacturing activities for various customers in the pharmaceutical space. It's got sales of around 1465. But in terms of quarterly performance, I would say it still has a long way to go. So I would say that he can hold on to the position. There's not too much of data technically, so I wouldn't be able to comment from a technical perspective. But at the current levels, he can hold on to as long as the recent low is held, which was around 650. And the stock will only rally if it starts sustaining above the 750 mark. So right now, he can hold on to his position.
Okay, so it's a hold on Silash Sciences. And now let's take up Chandran. He's calling us from Tamil Nadu. Hi, Chandran. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. Ask away your question, Chandran.
Madam. Yes, ma'am. Actually, I have 1,000 shares for KPI Green Energy.
Okay.
At the rate of 800 rupees.
Okay.
Can I hold for the 6 month or 1 year view for the short term?
Sir, when did you invest in KP Green?
Just 3 months back, ma'am.
3 months back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you read about the stock before investing in this, if I may ask?
Actually, this is a solar energy sector right now. It's in the boom up in India. So that's why, in that point of thinking, I invested.
Okay, understood. So, Mahesh, we will go to you on this one. Our viewer has invested 1,000 shares of KPI Green and at 800 rupees a piece. And the current price is around 802 rupees, if I'm not wrong. Would you suggest him to hold on to his investment?
Then definitely he can hold the particular sector. We feel that particular sector can do good very well in upcoming time, and we are also expecting in budget or some more relief for sector and some more announcement for sector. So from that perspective, I can say that stock can be hold from 3 to 6 months. If he's already in more than 1 to 2 years, then we may see some more upside. But in these type of stocks, stop loss is very essential. So 740 around 730 or 740, you should keep a strict stop loss. So from my perspective, he can hold.
Okay, understood. And very quickly, we have M. Das Gupta joining us all the way from Delhi. Hi, M. Das. Could you please go ahead with your question?
Yeah, ma'am. Good evening to all the panelists.
Good evening. Good
Am
evening.
I audible?
Yes,
yeah,
you are.
Ma'am, I have 55 shares of BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange.
Okay.
I purchased at rupees 588.
Okay. When was this?
Average price 588.
Okay.
55 shares of BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange.
Understood.
I can hold it for another 2-3 years. What is the outlook of the share and when is the correct entry level? Because this share has run up a lot.
Okay,
so
understood.
At what point can I enter again?
Okay, understood. Amar, your view on BSE shares quickly.
I would say BSE has been a multi-bagger. This is one stock I think you can hold from a long-term perspective, given that the Indian stock markets are definitely poised to grow in coming years. So this is a long-term play. You can definitely hold on to this stock.
Okay, so it's a hold on BSE. On that note, viewers, we have come to the end of this show. Thank you so much, Mahesh and Amar, for joining us and being such sports and answering all our queries. And viewers, you stay tuned to NDTV Profit for more news and updates. And also don't forget to send in your queries on WhatsApp as well as call us on Ask Profit so that we can give you the best investment advice. Stay tuned and we will come back with more.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first trade to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target.
It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings.
Neeraj, by the way, let me compliment you and your channel. I find very insightful discussions. Even, if I have to know more about India, those are the discussions I hear, right? So kudos to you, Tamanna and Sabina. I found it very, very insightful all the time.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the Long Street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow, the newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the Long Street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow, the newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Headlines you start your day with.